Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steven with Freeze Peach Gaming. This is where I talk about pop culture, politics, and where the two collide. Please consider giving me a like, comment, and subscribe down below, and share the channel so that I can get some more reach, and I can only do that with your help. Once again, we are talking about the Frosk debacle on the recently relaunched show Xplay on the network of G4TV, which is trying to break into the YouTube space now after being irrelevant for 12 years. There was a recent debacle. If you want the whole situation, basically this woman, Frosk, went on a completely unhinged rant during the show, and it is blowing up in their faces and not doing well, and they've completely destroyed any goodwill and nostalgia that they were bringing from the previous show. But if you want my opinions on that and a breakdown of the situation, check out the iCard up here, and you can get a bit of a better view on it. I actually go through the video, and you'll see the whole thing. But I'm talking about hypocrisy today, because G4 was made on not only irreverent, but also edgy humor. That was what made them very popular back in the day, especially amongst teenage boys like myself at the time. But now, because they've been completely infiltrated by left-wing nutjobs and all of these social justice keyboard warrior fuckheads, they're doing just like stand-up comedians that told edgy jokes 20 years ago are doing these days. They're pulling up the ladder behind them. They made a bunch of really risque and edgy jokes and had a lot of sexual humor on the shows, and that's got to go away. So now they're pulling up the ladder behind them and making sure that if you attempt to make any of those jokes, you will be labeled as a racist, a sexist, an istophobe. Any sort of istorism that they can put on you, that is now what you are, and they're going to make sure that if you think those things, if you think the way they used to think, if you try to make jokes they used to make, you are the worst type of human being in the world, and you need to know about it, and they're going to let you know in the most insufferable way possible. But I'm going to prove to you their hypocrisy in real time here. We're going to bring up a couple of videos from back in the day when G4 was actually popular, a couple of skits involving Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb, because one of the major claims that Frosk made was that Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb didn't exist to be easy on the eyes.
Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
It wasn't the only reason they were there, of course. They were there because they gave good commentary, they had good character, they were funny people, and they were also easy on the eyes, and that helps to bring in a younger male audience, which was their target demographic at the time. But let's pull up a couple of videos from the past. All right, we have the famous Olivia Munn deep-throating a hot dog video. This is just a good time right here. I remember watching this when it was live. It was hilarious, and it's going to be hilarious now. But keep in mind, this woman did not exist to be easy on the eyes for you.
Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Now, this is not a regulation dog, so you're raw dogging here.
It's really thick.
Huh? Well, thank you. Let's move this out of the way. This is the turkey dog variety.
What do you expect me to do?
Edgy humor.
Well, I thought you'd just raw bite it. Now, I asked for a tricycle. Apparently, we don't have that in the budget, but we did get the solo cup full of mustard.
Oh
so
my
let's
God.
Just a ceremonial dipping. There we go.
There's a little drip on it.
Don't worry about that. That'll be fun. A little runoff. All right, raw dog it, man. Now, you have to have some...
What?
See, that's the kind of humor they can't have anymore, because if they did that kind of humor, they themselves would become the racist, sexist istophobes.
Could you imagine if they decided to bring it back? That would never work.
You're kidding,
Pretend
right?
you're on the back of the motorcycle. I'm thinking you're getting to the string.
Okay, wait, hold on. I don't want to bite off the string.
No, you'll be fine.
Okay.
I think the string is the least of the worries here.
Oh my God.
That's not going to be the career
All right,
ender.
so I'm on a bike. I'm on the back of a
Yeah, you're on the back.
bike. Okay, so you'll be in the front of the. You'll be in the
Okay,
front
here we
of the
go,
bike.
and
Ready?
we're riding. We're riding. Olivia Munn, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Raw dog it.
This woman did not exist to be easy on the eyes for you.
Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Sexual humor was not a thing that they ever did. Man, she actually did a pretty good job there. Look at that. That takes some not only skill, but some inborn talent as well.
Oh! Now you did not keep forward motion. That is you lost forward motion.
See, it's good stuff. Funny stuff that we got to see back in the day. Now, person here, years ago, this is from, 8 years ago, this person put together a supercut of just Olivia Munn sexy moments, number 3,300, I guess. But here's another great clip. This is a great supercut of all of the sexual humor that just Olivia Munn perpetrated on the show.
Could you imagine if they decided to bring it back? That would never work.
If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
But remember, she didn't exist to be easy on the eyes for you.
Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
And all of the stuff that you're seeing here is the type of stuff that made these shows popular back in the day.
It's time to see my saucy side. Now, even if you're just tuning in.
Actually, that's not entirely true. They had really good content. They would do interesting interviews, especially on Attack of the Show. They would have interesting people come on. I really remember seeing Michael Dorn on there, the guy who played Worf on Star Trek Next Gen. And they would have Chris Gore come in and do DVD Tuesday, where he would do a breakdown of one of his favorite movies that he had on DVD. And so the show had really good content, but to bring in a little bit of extra viewership and to make the show interesting and keep things going, you use a little bit of sexual humor, and here's some of it.
And you know I make a habit of using my raw sexual instinct. It's a side of me that... Okay, stop. You guys, stop. Cut the music. Cut the music, seriously, all right? Now, you know, I really think that my sexuality is something I need to express. It's natural for an artist. Oh, crap! Just roll it.
See, they can use sexual humor as a joke, and it was nice. It was good to see. It was a little bit edgy for a 14, 15, 16-year-old Steven back then.
Turn more towards the other way,
Okay.
and then he can
Oh,
grab her.
groping. Oh, Kevin Ferreira is groping her. Oh, look at that. He's groping her with a fake hand.
After hours.
Now I know why cats like it and thinks this feels nice.
Feels good.
When we
I'll just
begin
keep doing
today,
it.
I like that. With
See, you got some good just moments, things that happen in the moment, things you can't plan for there, and it's good shit. And look, she's being silly, she's being funny, she's being a little bit sexy. These are the things that made Olivia Munn so interesting back
You see
then.
that right there?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So I put that in there.
That's good.
And you
Just
see
put it
this
right in.
side?
Okay.
I got bloomers on.
Can I do a tentacle check?
That would never work.
See, it's not just to be easy on the eyes, but she can be easy on the eyes and funny at the same time.
Classy.
Something that Frosk could never fucking do no matter how hard she
What
tried.
are you doing?
Let me just... Okay.
Oh, okay.
Throw that over there.
Oh,
I don't know.
well, that is a pile of Craigslist gold if I've ever seen one.
Yes, the Craigslist gold right there. This was good stuff, Olivia's panty corner. But no, if they tried that these days, they would be using their internalized sexism.
Oh, sorry, I was waving off my vagina. Just fanning it off, getting it good.
Not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Oh, look at that. She's objectifying Kevin. She is objectifying Kevin.
Whoa, you're on the move. Oh, I know. I got it. Yeah.
The skills.
Fun fact, statistics show that if you own a four-wheeler, you're likely to be killed on it.
And you're welcome, Internet.
That would never work.
Abstinence. Just don't do it.
You know what? I stand behind that message. Don't do abstinence. This is the kind of stuff that made the show popular. Not just that, they had good content behind it as well. And this is the base that they have built up the new G4 on top of. This is the nostalgia that they were trying to grab. And they even did, about a year and some change ago, they did a G4 reunion holiday special where they were obviously trying to grab at some of the nostalgia. And it's completely died on them. You're no longer going to have the old G4TV. It's just going to be a bunch of insufferable SJW fucking Machine Gun Kelly looking Justin Bieber wannabe fucknuts telling you how much of a bad person you are. And unless you're some sort of masochist that wants to get on the computer and look at some ugly cunt tell you how much of a piece of shit you are, you're probably not going to be sticking around in their audience for too long. I know I'm fucking not.
If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
That would never work.
But here's Morgan Webb. Morgan Webb also did not exist to be easy on the eyes.
Not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
And in fact, Morgan Webb was actually an excellent reviewer on Xplay. She and Adam had a really good chemistry between the two of them. And she was an excellent host who did really good reviews, and she actually knew about gaming. She definitely, she was an informed person about when it came to gaming. She did a great job on that show, but at the same time, she was also nice to look at for a 14, 15, 16-year-old boy. Let's see. Morgan Webb. This is Morgan Webb who does not exist for your eye candy.
Not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
We're doing a little shoot for November issue of FHM. It's the Games and Technology issue, so that's what
FHM was For Him magazine, by the way. It's who used to own Maxim. When they sold Maxim to Stuff, it went downhill very quickly.
It's for the November issue of FHM. We're shooting Morgan Webb, who is a gaming
Oh no,
junkie.
it's a female photography director. This is internalized sexism.
You're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day, and you're gatekeeping the gaming space.
She loves video games. She reviews video games on her show.
Oh,
and,
look at this
we
display
just
of
thought that she'd be a great
unconscious
addition
biases
to the
going
issue.
on here.
Your unconscious biases.
I just think that this is a phenomenal shoot for us. Morgan loves video games. Our reader loves video games. FHM gets letters all the time from readers wanting to hear more about video games, and they just love video games. They love sexy women. Morgan is absolutely beautiful, and I think that when you put a beautiful woman in a bikini in front of video game monitors, it's sure to be a good seller.
Your unconscious biases.
Yeah, no fucking shit. See, 15, 16 years ago, we could just go ahead and admit that putting a beautiful woman in front of a monitor for a bunch of gamers would be a good seller. We could just admit it because we lived in reality. But all these fucking modern day SJW, blue-haired fucknuts, they don't want you to live within reality. They want, and I think the real thing behind it is they all know that they're ugly people, not just outside, but also inside. And they can't live with the fact that they are ugly on the inside and the outside, unless they know that more people out there are just as ugly as themselves. So they want to tear down any good-looking woman or man who has been in these spaces and who has been a host for shows like this, or has been the icon for certain things like this.
If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
They can't have that anymore because then they won't be allowed into those spaces. And you know what? It's been an open secret. It's not even an open secret. We've always known that Hollywood land is where all of the beautiful people go to show how beautiful they are and to do acting and to do television and to host shows. Because you know what? The average person doesn't want to see average people all the time. And that was the thought before. We've learned that isn't entirely true because we have channels going, viral on YouTube and Twitch and Odysee. I really like to support Odysee. Check out my Odysee channel, by the way. All of these people before, they were normal people like ourselves, and now we can see them, and we have that reflection with G4, or not with G4, but with the modern day shows that have taken over what G4 was. G4 is now trying to go from being in that television network space. Someone had said on one of their holiday specials that they were trying to take YouTube to television. Now they're trying to take television back to YouTube, but they can't get the formula just right. And I'm willing to bet that their overhead is absolutely massive, and that these channels are hemorrhaging cash, and if they weren't backed by Comcast, they wouldn't be happening.
Could you imagine if they decided to bring it back? That would never work.
Yeah, every issue that we do at FHM, has a theme, whether it's the lingerie issue or the bikini issue, but I think that a technology and video game issue is just right up our readers' alley.
Yeah, and you know what? They were probably right. I used to read FHM when I was a teen.
We obviously wanted to shoot Morgan in some type of a tech gaming approach. We decided to build a set that's a little more old school, a little more sort of sci-fi looking. Seeing hot women in bikinis in front of video games and reading about how girls can kick their butts in video games, I think our reader's going to respond well.
Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. You're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day, and you're gatekeeping the gaming space.
You know what? I bet the readers did respond well, because you know what? The Morgan Webb issue of FHM sold very well. They had the entire fandom of G4 behind them going, yes, I want to buy that issue. I've seen Morgan Webb standing in front of the TV many times. I would very much like to see her in a bikini. But we can't have these admissions anymore, because the entire world has gone nuts, and up is down and down is up, and cats and dogs are living together. And if you want to be the kind of person who enjoys the female form, who maybe wants to talk about video games or listen about video games while looking at a good-looking woman who is informed on the situation, well, you're a bigot, and you shouldn't be allowed to do that anymore. And you need to know just how much of a bigot you are, and you need to fix yourself. You need to do better. This is just an entirely sad, completely off-the-wall amount of hypocrisy going on here. It's frankly sad that G4TV, they tried so hard to grab that nostalgia, and I'll think about doing a video in the future where I go over the holiday special they did in November of 2020, the reunion special, where you can tell they are trying so hard to grab at the nostalgia. And you know what? It worked. I saw that video not long after it came out. I naturally came across it because I was talking to my wife about how I used to love watching the G4 holiday specials around the holidays in 2020. And I looked up some of the old ones because they were out on YouTube, and I happened to come across that it was maybe a month or two after the G4 holiday reunion special came out, and I came across it and I was hyped. I was, oh yes, G4's coming back, and it looks like it's going to be the old thing again. They have skits in there, they have jokes in there. It's good fun. It's all irreverent humor from top to bottom.
It'll never work.
It is self-deprecating, irreverent humor, top to bottom, throughout the episode, and you can tell they're trying to grab at the nostalgia. And you know what? I was fine with them trying to grab at the nostalgia and redo what they did before, an attempt to make it happen again. But you know what? They got completely taken over by the new wave of SJW Zoomers, and that show's fucking dead. All that we're gonna have in that show anymore is a bunch of insufferable cunts. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, those are my thoughts on the situation. Tell me what you think down below. Have a wonderful day, and never be afraid to speak your mind.